Today is Monday, the 14th of January, and I am feeling a little down, but it's okay because I'm going through a transition right now where I think very negatively about things, and I'm trying to turn that into a positive. Now, this will be one of my first videos that I put up on YouTube. My name is Jasmine Randall. I am 23 years old. I have 2 kids. I have a son, he's 4 years old, and I have a daughter, and she's 15 months, so she's 1 year and 3 months. I am outside of my apartment complex in my parking lot, and it is currently raining outside. I got this bodysuit on that's making me super uncomfortable because I'm trying to get my stomach to get skinnier, and I think I should only wear it during workouts because I'm pretty sure it's only going to add lines to the additional rolls that I already have on my body. Anywho, see, putting myself down. My rolls are beautiful. So I have a tendency to be very negative, more so towards myself, not really other people. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've always wanted to start my own YouTube video, but here I am having all of these thoughts, like everybody else has YouTube videos up, like what the fuck am I gonna talk about? Excuse my language. But then I watch all these other videos about how you have to start somewhere, you know? And I think of, like, me and my boyfriend had a conversation about, like, opening up our own businesses and comparing to other ones, like how he didn't think that something that I said was a good idea. And I'm like, okay, let me put out a good example, like O'Reilly's, Auto Parts, Pet Boys, fucking AutoZone, excuse my language again, I'm a big cursor. They're all relatively the same, you know what I'm saying? All of them have to do with cars, like you're fixing up your car, they're assisting you for your car, but that didn't stop them from opening up. Of course, there's something unique about every single one of them, but they're all relatively the same. Same for YouTube videos. It's a YouTube video, you know what I'm saying? Everybody makes YouTube videos, but there's something unique about this person that somebody's gonna want to watch. So this is a thought that I've had in my head, so therefore this was the thought that I had in my head before I started this video. So I'm kind of texting everybody right now. Let's just move into why I'm making the video. I'm kind of texting everybody right now to check up on everybody, to make sure that, excuse me, that they're okay, because I'm in a negative mindset. I tend to think about the past a lot. I've dealt with a lot of stuff in my past before, more so in my relationship that I do not want to name. If anybody has any personal questions, feel free to ask, and I'll answer them the best way that I possibly can. But I guess my motivational comment, advice, you just go for it. Go for it. Take baby steps in life. Again, I'm a single mom. I'm not a single mom. I'm a semi-single mom. I'm always with my kids. But I'm a young mom. I'm 23 years old, like I said before, with 2 kids. And no, I do not work. I make my money other ways, though. It's not enough, which is why I'm stressing out right now, because I need money. You feel me? I'm a little bougie. I'm really expensive. Only with myself, though. You know, I'm real humble, but when I have my own money, I like to spend it on what I want to spend it on. And you know, when you broke, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spend your money wisely. So that's what I'm learning right now, is to spend my money wisely, but it's not working out very well. So this is kind of just like a really big random video, honestly, just pretty much saying what's on my mind right now. But go for it. Everybody needs to go for it. Go for what you want to do, regardless if it changes in a year, if it changes in 2 years. I went to Laney College when my son was 1 to become a pediatrician, because I love kids so much and I wanted to work with kids and I wanted to be in the hospital, and you know what I'm saying, like in the medical industry. To realize that that's something that my dad has put into my head almost my entire life. You should be in a pediatrician, you should be in a pediatrician, you should be in a pediatrician. And I think the biggest thing for me and being a parent is that I'm not gonna drill stuff like this into my kid's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son Cairo is his name and my daughter's name is Bailey. She's back here asleep. She might wake up during the video, she might not. But my son wants to be a paleontologist. I don't know much about it. I just know that they study dinosaur fossils. So I'm just like, whatever you want to be. Everybody else keeps trying to say that he's going to be a quarterback because he's, you know, he's a little bulky. He's a little meaty, heavy. But I'm real big on you're not going to do sports until your grades are good. And I know that sounds really old-fashioned and everybody says that. But no, I'm one of those parents. I'm one of those parents to go to Nike Outlet before I go to Kids Foot Locker. I don't know what that has to do with this, but moral of the story here is I have short-term memory loss. What was I just talking about? Go for it. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do what I want to do. That's where I was at. How I was at Laney. Pause. I went to Laney for cosmetology first. Didn't have the money for it, didn't have the motivation for it. So then I wanted to be in a pediatrician. Then I learned that if I wanted to be a pediatrician, I would much rather be a surgeon because they get paid more, right? This was my thought process. Then I started to see what surgeons had to do, and you know what I'm saying? Like, kids die. What if I was operating on a baby and you know what I'm saying? She or he just doesn't make it. I don't have the heart for it. I'm really sensitive. Like, beyond sensitive. Like, it's gotten worse. I need to work on it. I need to be a lot more tough. Anywho, so then I messed that up with financial aid at Laney twice. Then I moved to Concord and I went to DVC. Really good school. You have some good teachers, you have some non-good teachers. I do not like that they don't have much diversity at their school. I believe, and forgive me if this offends anybody, but it's for the white folk. They don't have any AFRAM classes, African American culture. They don't study any of that. They don't like, I don't like that at all. I would like to know more about my Puerto Rican side and my black side, and I can't get any of that from DVC. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to stop going. Aside from another reason was because the teacher was just a complete, being very unreasonable. So I failed with that. Second chance on financial at DVC. So I'm back in Oakland, and now I'm gonna go to Merritt. And at this point, you know, I'm going to have a conversation with the dean and let them know, like, I'm not really in it for the financial aid, but it would be nice because I got 2 kids, and then I'm going to explain my story. And when I was at Laney, too, I had to stop going because I needed to get a job, because I needed to pay rent, because I was a single mom with Cairo. And going to school, going to college wasn't cutting it for the bills. So I went through all of this with school, and I still want to go back to school because I want to counsel. There's a lot of things I want to do. I have big dreams, but I do want my PhD and my AA and my master's. So this is all possible within a 10-15 year span. So how am I going to start my life with 2 kids while going back to school while making money to try and afford rent, right? That's where I'm at right now. So, I was in a stage where I was really depressed. still there, getting out of it slowly. I don't really converse about like what I'm going through in my life to people because it's none of their business, for one, and I don't think it's gonna do anything to keep complaining about it. I mean, I complained to one person about my life, but it hasn't gotten me anywhere because I'm just complaining. I'm not doing anything about it. So I'm going for it. Baby steps. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust into the dance. I'm going for it. I am. So here's a random video about me and my thought process today, and how, you know, I'm really, really sad, so I'm trying to turn it around and make it into a positive. I will be trying to post this video today. If not, it's going to be sometime this week, no later than Friday being the last day. But I'm really excited for this adventure. Bear with me because I'm not a big, like, posting a lot on social media type person. And I just took a break from social media and I'm about to post something on YouTube. Makes no sense. So, at the end, let me just share a little bit of information about myself. I've already shared twice now. This would be the third time that I'm sharing that I'm 23 years old, with 2 kids. My son is 4. His name is Cairo. My daughter's Bailey. Her name is Bailey, and she's 15 months. I live in Oakland, California. Born and raised. Well, I was born in Berkeley at Alta Bay, and so are both of my children. But I'm definitely with the hyphy gang movement. I try to remain a very humble person, as I preach to everybody else that they should remain as humble as possible. And gosh, just be happy. I can't stress that enough. It seems like a lot of people are starting to be more and more sad and depressed, and that shit is not cool. Like, we have our entire lives to live. There's so much more out there than what we, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put ourselves in this little bubble and we stay there. Like, we can't move from this. You can take that first step, especially if you don't got kids. Okay, go travel. Why am I whispering? Because she's up. Go travel. Continue to go to school. It's very important. Keep that knowledge. Bless you. Read a book. Read a book. Get out there. Exercise. Eat healthy. Thank you for listening to me for almost 15 minutes of just pure random stuff. Had to get off my mind. My daughter's up, so I have to entertain her. So everybody have a blessed day. Go to the dentist.